Assalamu alaikum. In this demo, I would be discussing the deployment of a lambda function is a lambda layer and an S3 bucket using the SAM, which is the serverless application model. So what exactly is SAM? SAM is essentially an open source framework that is used for building serverless applications, and we can essentially, create, we can express functions, APIs, databases, and even source mappings in YAML. And yes, just like serverless, SAM converts our format into a cloud formation template, which is then used to deploy our relevant resources. Though SAM is only specific for AWS, while serverless is used for other cloud services as well. Now coming toward my function that I've used, this is my template. Okay, so we defined the template version, which is the classical version. This is being used up till now, and we define that transformation. But this is what defines that this would convert the SAM template into a CloudFormation template that would be used to deploy our dependencies. Sorry, deploy our resources, etc. And in this global section, we define our global parameters. For example, all the functions that I'm defining in my template would have a timeout of 3 seconds, and the memory size that would be using would be 128 MBs. The maximum memory that would be allocated to them would be this. And under the resources section, we would define all of our resources that are required. For example, I am defining my lambda functions over here, my lambda layer, and the S3 bucket that I'm going to be deploy that is going to be deployed. I'm defining that over here. Now, let me show you my file structure. This is my root directory where I have the template format, where I have my template over here, and the SAM template. The name of the SAM template of the YAML file should only be template template, because it does not accept any other name. And for the dependencies, for example, for our layer, this should be the file structure where we have the uh, we have file called dependencies, and inside it we have would be the dependencies of our language, and inside that folder would be the libraries that are required. For example, in my case, I'm using the NumPy libraries, so I have them inside the Python file. Now let's come over here. Now here I have my resources. This is the first function that I'm defining, which I'm calling it hello. This is the block of hello, and this is the type is the serverless function, which is actually a lambda function. And under the property section, we define the code URI, which is the location, or essentially the path where this can find my function, my Python file. Essentially, this is func1. It's a folder named func1, and we are looking for our function inside this folder called func1. And the handler, we decide this is the file name, essentially, and this is the function that I'm calling from my file. For example, let's have a look at hello. So I'm calling hello this my function call named hello from hello.py. So this is what is being referenced in the handler, and of course the runtime is Python is Py 3.9, and the architecture is x86. Okay, and here's the layer. This layer is being referenced. Let me show you the layer. Okay. Okay, as compared to the serverless part, where we can provision these resources in multiple different blocks, where we would be provisioning the lambda functions, layers, and everything inside this resource inside the resources block. Now let's have a look at my layer. This is my layer. This is a type would be AWS serverless layer version. This is my name of the layer, and okay, so the URL, yeah, URI, basically which is the path of the folder, is it inside the dependencies, and it automatically looks for the dependencies inside this inside a folder called dependencies. So I have made this function over here, and it will be looking for the relevant dependencies from this file. And of course the runtime is 3.9, etc. And yes, at the end I'm declaring my bucket. I think I should call it 22 because 2 I had made this bucket before that. Alright, so let's deploy this and hope it deploys. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will call the stack name Sad Saman. Region will be the same. Confirm changes yes. Get an IAM role. Disable rollback. Save configuration file. Save yes. Because I have done that deployment before. The bucket, the configuration bucket already exists over there. Okay, so the deployment might take a little time. I would pause the video for that duration. So the deployment is in progress. We can see these are the resources that are going to be deployed, and this would take probably a minute or two. Oh, this is done. Alright, so the deployment has been done. Let's go back to my lambda functions. Alright, so let's have a look at the lambda functions and the bucket that has been created. Now let's have a look at the bucket. Okay, so this is the bucket that has just been created, that I defined. It's our serverless bucket 2. I think I made it 22, but I forgot to save the file. So this is the bucket that has been created. It has just been created a minute ago. And let's have a look at my lambda functions, and of course the lambda layer. Because these are the two functions that I've defined, hi and hello, and the layers. This is my layer, SADSAM layer. Yep, this is the second version because I've deployed this again. See, it has just been created a minute ago, and these are my functions. The first function and the second function, and we can see that in both of these functions the layer has been referenced. See, the layer has been referenced. The layer has been referenced. Alright. Now let me call numpy and perhaps test this. Let me deploy this first. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Test. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So you can see that this code has been executed successfully, and we got a desired output. And let's have a look at the other function as well. This would, of course, this would be working as well. Now let me deploy the changes. This is happening because the lambda layer has been referenced properly. And let me call this m2 and run this. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alright, so this has been referenced as well, and this has been successfully executed, and I can see the desired output over here. Alright, assalamu alaikum, and thank you for listening.